WKGC AM. I'm Dave Carter, and this is Locals Only program on this station that examines artists that are of this area or at one time were of this area. And this afternoon we have someone who fits the latter category, Robin Gambrell. Say hello to everyone, Robin.
Hello, everyone.
You know, to get closer to the mic so they can hear you.
Hello, everyone.
That's a little better. Let's see. This is kind of a last-minute thing. I was not prepared to be the host of this program this afternoon, but we're doing the best we can. So bear with us. You're back in town for the holidays, I guess.
I am back.
You've been residing where of late?
In a pretty scary town called Palmetto. It's near Tampa in Sarasota.
South of
Tampa.
Tampa and Sarasota. Actually, Sarasota is much further south of Tampa than.
Okay, Dave.
All right. Well, let's just get our geography clear on that point. How long have you been down there?
Too long. A year.
And what brought you down there? Just
Stupidity.
But I have the understanding now that you've seen the error of your ways. And
I have, and I'm returning to Panama City. Everyone mark their calendar. January 19th.
January 19th.
Don't tell my parents.
She's coming back to Panama City. Who knows why? I guess Palmetto is a worse place than Panama City.
You can believe it.
If that can be believed, then I guess we'll have to take Miss Gambrell's word on that. So how have you been lately?
I've been pretty cool. Well, as of today, I was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seeing you, Dave, has made my millennium, baby.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. You've been writing songs and keeping up on the old music thing lately, I guess.
Keeping up on the old music thing.
Yeah. What's the latest couple of songs you've written of note? Do they have titles?
You know, my songs, they never have titles, and they usually never get finished, but no, they do. Just stuff about life and things like that in general.
And what it's like to live in Palmetto.
Exactly. That has given me a lot of good information to write on.
Yeah. Lots of, it's the suffering angle from the artist's standpoint.
I am the suffering artist.
Yeah. So, getting to our, to some of our standard, the question bank of standard interview questions that we have here at the station on file in our big, Cray 1000 computer. What would you consider to be, musically, your classical influences? If such a thing exists.
No, what a question. I don't know. I guess nothing's really classic. 10,000 Maniacs, I like them a lot, so they kind of influence me. And of course, Dave, you are my influence, my one and only guiding light.
Some self-promotion here.
Exactly.
From a
we love Dave.
A second opinion. But 10,000 Maniacs, that's...
10,000 Maniacs, stuff like that, and a whole bunch of stuff, you know?
Any bands you've seen lately that have turned you around? Or?
The last band I saw was They Might Be Giants. They didn't really turn me around, no.
When was that? When did you see them?
I saw them when they were down in Orlando at the Visage. Oops, I plugged the Visage. Sorry.
Well, that's okay.
And it was pretty cool. And Harry Connick Jr., of course.
Oh, yes.
Godlike Harry Connick Jr.
Some people say that he's overrated, but...
Oh, I don't think
we know better, don't we? Yeah. Goodness knows. Did the Might Be Giants, did they have the Fez thing when you were down there, the Fezzes?
Oh, yes, they were selling Fezzes for like $500 a piece.
Are you kidding?
They were quite expensive.
Oh, because I remember they came through, I think it was New Orleans it was about 9 months ago or something like that, and a couple of friends of mine went to the show and they came back and they had fezzes on their heads that said they might be...
Where are you going to wear them?
I don't know.
To the mall?
It was kind of a fad thing. You know, they wear them for about 2 weeks and then the fun wears off, and because they start realizing that they're looking like a moron or something.
Exactly.
They should have some kind of electric rake in their hand doing Eugene Chadbourne impersonations. But anyway, out of the new stuff today, what do you listen to?
I guess my favorite for the week is Sorry Dave, Jane's Addiction, and they're pretty interesting.
What do you like most about them? Is it
Perry Farrell?
Oh, it's one of the guys.
It's one of the guys. You know me. No, they're great. They can be like really sweet and nice and calm, and then at the same time they can really tear it up.
Do their Red Hot Chili Peppers persona. And sling their hair around and set women on fire. And
okay, Dave. Okay.
Well, I'm not bashing Jane's Addiction or anything. It's that's fine.
My prerogative.
Anybody else that
anyone else
just
of late
lights you on fire or anything?
Anyone else has lit me on fire? Sean Colvin. She's amazing. I don't know if
I've
you've
never heard of her. No.
She can. She just did a new song with Bruce Hornsby, which is surprising.
Yeah.
But Sean Colvin is really the goddess of something, of singing.
If any of you out there are familiar with Sean Colvin, give us a call at the station here, and we can set up a fan club. We'll be back with Robin Gambrell after a bit. This is a song that she recorded. I'm not sure the date of this, probably a year or two ago.
It was a long time ago.
It was a while back. I produced it here at the station, and it's pretty simple. Basically,
I don't like this song anymore.
You don't like it anymore?
I've gotten better since we did this.
It has very local geographical references in it. So,
oh, yeah.
And you've heard it on the station here several times before, but we're getting some technical advice here. Oh, this number 2 doesn't work?
Right.
Okay. Number 2 doesn't work, so we're going to go with number 3 for those of you at home keeping track. This is Robin Gambrell and a song entitled Jamie. Robin Gambrell and Jamie here on 1480 AM WKGC, locals only. Robin cringes now, she says, when she hears that one because she's improved quite a bit over the last couple of years, since it's been quite a while since that one was recorded, I guess. And it's amazing that it's still here at the station, that it hasn't fallen the weight of the dodo and gotten crushed or sat on or thrown out in the garbage or lost behind a filing cabinet or otherwise...
any of the above?
Yes, any of the above, misappropriated. But getting back to the stock questions, what's the last tape you bought?
Ooh, what a Barbara Walters question. What tree would you be if you could be a tree?
The larch. Never mind, inside joke.
Gee, what a tough question. No, it was Jane's Addiction, I'll admit.
Was it?
But the tape about before that, if we can put that in there, was
Okay.
Theodore, an alternative music sampler.
Oh, yes, CBS, yeah.
Quite an interesting tape. That's where I heard Sean Colvin and fell in love.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there. I have a friend that has that, and there's a lot of stuff on there that I didn't recognize. But, CBS has a way of doing that, I think. And when they put out compilations like that, they have their number, number one, number two top bands that they're trying to sell, and then they've got a bunch of stuff that a lot of people have never heard of before. It's not like a best-of sampler. It's always, and it's not so much B-sides, it's just people that you haven't really heard lately that they've signed
Really
recently.
obscure bands.
Yeah, obscurity, yeah.
It's wonderful.
It is, isn't it great? Our thanks goes out to CBS Records, and the check's in the mail, guys. What local bands around here do you like? Or in Pinellas or whatever.
Or wherever I live?
Wherever you live.
It's Manatee County. Yeah, you save the manatees.
Manatees, yeah, get your manatee tags, kids.
What local bands do I like? Well, I've been coached. I don't know if it's obvious. Humble Overthrow or Coat, whichever it may be. We're not sure. It's Humble Overthrow. I misheard him and thought it was Humble Overcoat.
Who of note is in that band?
Of note? My guiding light, Tommy Chappell, we think is the lead singer for The Week. And on guitar, Bruce, what's his last name? Key? Bruce Key. And playing bass is Lee Smith. And I don't know who's playing drums. Who's playing drums, Tommy? Bruce Peacock is the sit-in right now, but they are definitely in the beginning stages. And for Brian out there, I love Egyptian Joyride. They are my favorites.
Well, we have the lineup du jour and the shameless Egyptian Joyride plug.
And Progressive Genocide.
Yeah, don't forget Progressive Genocide, goodness knows.
Are those like the only local bands?
Actually, I think there's, based on the compilation tape that the station just made, you have to understand that I'm back recently in town, and I've been back 2 weeks, so that means that automatically I get to do a guest host position on Locals Only, and I think it's in my contract, but, so I've been kind of out of touch with stuff around here lately, but according to the compilation tape, there are quite a few local bands, much to my surprise, in town. I don't know, some of them have been around for a while.
Obscure bands.
Yes,
sure.
that they've changed their names to, to hide their embarrassment over the years, and so people will not remember who they are. But and then of course some of them are brand new, and then there's a couple that are shameless rip-offs of some other local bands, but we won't talk about that. But anyway, the local scene. We support all local bands here at WKGC AM. Goodness knows we support them, not financially, but moral support, and we plug them shamelessly here on the station all the time and play them whenever we have the opportunity or whenever we just feel like it or whenever someone tells us to. And, of course, you calling up, like the person now, and requesting that we play local stuff, of course, we always are happy to oblige. But, and Robin, of course, being one of those local artists that that we play excessively on the station here. Tell me, Robin, what do you think the biggest problem in the world today is?
Oh, pressure.
Heavy political question there.
Political question.
Yeah.
I don't know, those plastic rings that you get the six-pack cans in?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, throwing them on the beach and the seagulls getting trapped in them. And I've seen that foul footage on CNN. It's pretty nasty. Mm-hmm. Pretty serious.
I don't know. I think that everybody's kind of hung up on themselves, and we need more love, Dave.
Did somebody turn that phone ringer down? It's the knob there right next to the hold button. Just turn it down. Turn the ringer down. Yeah. It's a really obnoxious phone. It's interrupting us from discussing our environmental issues. So you're getting heavy into the environmental thing, then, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. And hey, Saddam Hussein is a problem for any place,
any peace-loving person in the world. And of course, George Bush would probably be number 2 maybe of the peace-loving nations.
They're neck and neck right now.
Yeah, it's a dead heat. Yeah. So that's a rough situation going on, but it's as of course public radio and especially this station, we're involved in the environmental thing, and we're sympathetic, of course, to anyone who shares those views. And I don't know, what do you think? Getting back to your songwriting, what do you think your songwriting reflects in personal events in your life? I know from your past experiences, and we were talking a little bit during the break about how your songs are very, I don't know if very personal is the right word to use, but very strongly influenced by
me.
By you, yeah.
I do influence my music as
any musician would, you'd think.
Exactly.
Musician.
I just, have something sticking out of my head, like, I don't know, mail problems.
And we're not talking about the postal service.
Exactly. Which is what every teenage girl goes through, I think.
Yeah.
Or female problems,
Yeah.
depending on your preference.
I guess so.
I want to be fair.
Yeah, let's be unbiased. What's the last couple of songs you've written? What have they been about? Just in a nutshell,
The last song I wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to tell about this song.
Okay.
Last night, I was sitting around my dining room table with quite some interesting dudes, and we wrote a song about a hairball. A hairball on MTV that... It was really odd. Let me just put it that way. It was really odd. A hairball on MTV. He dies at the end of the song.
But
it's right there.
The death of a hairball.
Death of a hairball.
On
MTV. And we started one about a drum monkey. Those little monkeys that play drums. But we never finished that because everybody got real tired and had to go home.
That's how it always is, isn't it?
It is.
The creative process suffers terrible setbacks. We'll talk some more with Robin. I think it's time we play another song here.
I think so, too.
This is Robin's pet band of late, Jane's Addiction, with a song. And what's this one called?
Been Caught Creepin'.
Been Caught Creepin'?
Okay, stealing. Okay. But we call it Been Caught Creepin'.
Been Caught Creepin'. This is Jane's Addiction on WKGC AM, locals only.
I've been caught
Shane's addiction was been caught stealing or been caught creeping, as Robin likes to say.
Definitely.
On WKGC's Locals Only. We're here with Robin Gambrell, a local artist, and she's been living down in South Florida, just a shade south of Tampa for a while now, and she's coming back up this way. She's here for the holidays, and we're here with her and letting you in on the scene and the situation. Tell us, what do you think that Panama City has done for you in terms of
affecting my music?
Affecting your music and
I'm
affecting your life.
reading the questions, I'm sorry.
Yes. Off of my cheat sheet here.
Affecting my life, I think that, I've drawn a blank. Panama City affects everyone who lives here, whether in a good way or a bad way. It's going to affect you. Any place would. And Panama City isn't as bad as people say it is or think it is. And I realized that by moving down to Palma Ghetto, which is what it is. It is one big, horrible place. Realizing that there are places out there that are worse, and Panama City is not that bad, so now I'm plugging Panama City. I like the people, as in my friends. I don't like all of the people, mind you, but I like my friends here, and I want to be back with people that care about me.
Yeah, you miss people here then.
Yes, so I'm leaving my parents, like the ultimate people that care about me, and moving and
moving back. So that says something there, doesn't it?
Yes.
But you do still have family.
My grandparents, my aunts, uncles.
Yeah, they live here. So you do. You're based out of here pretty much, or at least in your past history.
Definitely.
You didn't come here from here originally.
No, I'm born in Fort Walton. You know that, Dave?
Yeah, but I forget these things.
Oh, yes.
But so it is. It's a Florida Panhandle Gulf Coast type thing.
Oh, definitely.
So and Panama City, goodness knows, is a part of that. However small or large that part may be. But but you've lived here majority of your life.
We totally got off the main question, but that's okay because I didn't want to answer it.
Well, it's hard to answer about how a place that you live in influences your music.
Yes.
But for instance, like some influences along those lines are very visible. Like several years ago, Louis Bailey had a band, Category 3, and then there's a band on the compilation tape. I forget exactly what is it called? The band from Bluntstown,
I haven't seen the compilation.
The Land of the Towering Pines, the Calamity Jane.
Bluntstown, isn't that a place?
They were a very heavily Bluntstown-oriented band. If such a thing exists.
Did they wear flannel? This is my question.
No, it was kind of a punk flannel kind of thing. It was a shockabilly sensibility, sort of Bluntstown. Yeehaw.
My goal is to own a trailer in Bluntstown and wear lots and lots of flannel.
Oh, definitely. That's
with Brian Evans.
That's how to live. That's definitely how to live. Goodness knows. When you checking it off, we're on to the next question. Getting back to your music, instead of the place that you live, but do you if this even really matter, do you usually write the music first or the lyrics first when you write a song?
What a weird question.
It is a weird question, isn't it? Who wrote these questions anyway?
I think Melissa did.
Melissa did.
Melissa? Geez.
Shame
on you. These are weird questions.
Yeah.
I sit down with my guitar, Ethan. Now I plugged my guitar. And pick a few chords and play them together and get... I guess I write the music first, but I always have at least one line of the lyrics in my head.
Yeah.
Or I pick something to write about, like a hairball, and just do it from there.
And inspiration starts from there.
Exactly. It just flows. Right.
It's a real fluid thing, folks. It's a flowing type deal. Goodness knows. Let's check that off. I was going to say something insightful about that, but I don't remember what it is.
Must have been real insightful.
Slipped my mind. I remember what I was going to ask you. What kind of guitar do you have? I have
a 12-string, and I think it's Giannini. I heard some guys say it differently. Pawn shop deal, It's an 11-string right now, because I can't afford strings. Sorry, guitar.
It's rough times.
And it has many battle scars from where I've gotten mad at people and gotten mad at certain people and thrown candlesticks at my guitar or anything that was near. I just remember the candle, actually it was a candle holder. And so I had this big round mark in my guitar. It gives it character, and there's paint on it from when I was painting in my room.
Yeah, I've never done the El Kabong thing, have you?
The El Kabong thing?
The El Kabong thing.
Which is?
You ever see those old cartoons? The Eeyore, or not Eeyore, but the Quick Draw McGraw.
Sure, Dave.
He was like the Mexican superhero El Kabong. He hit people with his guitar. You never saw that?
I've never hit anyone with my guitar, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. That's what I was asking, basically.
My guitar serves its purpose.
Yeah. Kids, don't try this at home.
Please don't.
Please don't. This senseless violence, hitting things. Musical instruments are not designed to be
they are not toys.
Weapons. No, they're not toys. They're not weapons. They're professional instruments for use by professionals. So just bear that in mind. Do you want to work with other people, or do you prefer to be by yourself?
Now that just sounded like you were reading it right off the paper.
Didn't it sound like I was reading it right off the paper?
It did sound like that.
Yeah.
I would love to start a band.
Wouldn't everyone?
Exactly.
Well, not everyone.
So.
I don't think my mom would want to start a band, but, I think I can speak for her on that standpoint, but
She
yeah.
might be calling up here in a few minutes. Dave, I want to start a band.
Well, yeah, let's start a band, Dave. We can call it the Manson Family Singers.
Oh, Dave, your mom's a nice librarian.
Yes,
Excuse me, media specialist.
Well, whatever. Let's call her that dirty word, librarian.
We've gotten off the subject once again. Right now, I like working, that sounds odd, working with myself. I like working alone. I have a dirty mind.
Well, we don't want to elaborate on that any at all, but basically you're saying that...
I would like to start a band, yet I prefer, if I start a band, I will be the main thing. Who do I sound like? we won't
I
say.
could make a long list, actually. We won't start with anyone in particular, but and that's not for this menu here. But anyway, yeah, there are disadvantages and advantages to both of the situations, the band thing and the solo thing. And, at probably this stage, most people, if you've really progressed with your songwriting, as I'm sure you have, then...
I'm saying I have.
Yes, you're saying that you have. I have faith in you, Robin.
Okay.
I should know you pretty well enough to say that. Then there's a lot to be gained from the individual artistic situation.
That way I could control everything like I'd like to do.
You have total control.
Exactly.
And it's your songs that you're writing, and you don't have to do a collaboration thing, which can be kind of a drag. I know it's torn more than a few bands apart. Yeah. Let's read the next question here. Oh, I think we've run out of questions. We've reached down to the joke question.
The joke question? What is the joke question?
Why do your boyfriends always break up with you, Robin?
Ooh, I'm going to get killed for that one.
But the world wants to know.
The world wants to know?
Yes, we're the media, and we have our job is to sensationalize ordinary events, and sad as that may be. And so the world's dying to know just exactly why your boyfriends break up with you, and will you ever find happiness in the romantic area? Or
Tommy's over there singing an MC Hammer song.
Oh, we've got
touch this.
Throw the bomb out. We've got no MC Hammer here.
Hey, what time is it?
We don't want to offend anyone out there, but
4:30.
What are you listening to the station for if you're an MC Hammer fan? Well, we're out of stock questions, so we're going to play something else. One of Robin's selections here. This is not the Sisters of Mercy. What the hell am I talking about?
This is I Go
Flesh
Crazy.
for Lulu, I Go Crazy.
Goes along with my boyfriend question.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm so sweet.
It's real topical,
Oh,
kids.
yes.
Here's Flesh for Lulu, and I Go Crazy on WKGC's Locals Only. I go crazy. Jets fly over, a car goes by and the sun goes down. We'll talk about the town. The city's mad in the head and sick in the soul. All the stars flew away long time ago. Isn't that nice? Honolulu, and I go crazy on WKGC's Locals Only. We're here with Robin Gambrell, a local artist in the Panama City area, in the Florida area. It's kind of a regional type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm an all-around kind of girl.
You done any touring lately?
Yeah, sure. I played at the DeSoto Square Mall.
Did you? Or like a
Yes.
hat and be with your cousin or something?
No, it was a little talent show thing. One of the worst experiences of my life.
Tell us about it.
I think I fell off the stage, actually. I think I was wearing this very long, hippie kind of skirt. Not that I'm a hippie, mind you. And it got caught on the chair, and I almost tumbled over, but I recovered before I made a total fool of myself. They just had a really bad sound system, and you could hear my voice, but not my guitar, because I played without a pick, as the thumb tells.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
the thumb, fingers
bloody.
don't lie. Yeah.
Exactly.
But, so you didn't have any kind of PA worked up on your guitar?
No, it was the man who was doing the PA, the wimpy little PA, bad-mouthed me right before I got up there, just because I turned the microphone more towards my mouth, and he said, "Listen, I've been doing this longer than you have."
God, if I've heard that line once, I've heard it 1,000 times. You just want to slug them right in the face, don't you?
That really put me in a good mood for making me fool of myself.
That I know more about it than you do thing, you know. Oh, jeez. What's wrong with these people? Tell us what's wrong with the world. What's wrong with the world, Robin?
No. I won't say that.
You said over the break something, we need more love.
We need more love.
Yeah.
This is take it however you want to, but we need more love.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Exactly.
It's insightful and it's profound, but it's vague and
and
general.
meaningless
It's
at the
general.
same time.
So you're not really pinning yourself down, which I guess is an okay
I could
thing.
be a politician, huh?
It's kind of a hangover from the 80s. You don't want to actually pin yourself down to any particular place because you never know, the banks will fail and everything will just pull the rug out from under you. But anyway, what would you consider...
My career goals?
Yeah, boy. She's reading from my cards. What have you got in mind
I
for
can
the
read
next
your mind.
5 years from now? She's a mind reader, folks.
I am.
She's reading your minds.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
Hey, stop thinking that.
She's quivering. 5 years from now, what would you like to be doing? Ideas?
I'd like to have a lot of money. No, money doesn't matter. I would like to be known, I suppose, for whatever. I've always wanted to be known and leave my mark upon the world. Gee, I don't have high goals or anything.
Not in a negative way, of course, but in a...
Exactly.
I mean, you wouldn't want to spill 500,000 gallons of crude oil in the Gulf or anything, You'd be pretty famous, but...
I would.
It would be kind of a flash in the pan type thing,
I want to do something with my music. I mean, more than anything. And I'm going to. I really think that if I try hard enough, I think anything is possible as long as you set your mind to it.
She gestures with her face.
That was visual.
Yeah, it's a visual thing you can't get across on the radio. It's a shame you missed it, kids. But it was really an amazing facial expression. But with the most sincerity I've ever seen from one human being.
Exactly.
But that's I guess that's a goal shared by quite a few people.
Yeah.
In this area, it seems, I don't know, there seems to be a lot of untapped talent in the Panama City area.
It's odd.
Isn't it strange? What is it about this part of the country that...
I don't know. It's in the air, maybe?
Maybe it's in the water. You never know.
It might be. Start drinking that water.
It's in the beach water, I know that for sure, along with a lot of other stuff. So you want to stay away from that beach water. But, of course, if you live on the beach, you know all about that.
Do you like my can ashtray?
Yeah, the behind the console deal is not working out too well. For those of you at home who are listening along and have no idea what's going on.
We're smoking profusely.
Yeah, it's a radio thing. People on TV don't smoke, and people on radio do. It's it's just one of those professional type things. What kind of interest do you have other than music? I mean, what do you do in your spare time when you're not writing songs and playing the guitar and buying strings for your guitar? And
well, in Palmetto, basically, I sleep because there's nothing to do. When I'm not sleeping or doing music or attending high school, I did that facial gesture with noise.
She's a young musician, incidentally.
Yes.
For those of you. Yes. We don't.
Oh, we don't want to say the
We
age.
don't.
we don't want to say the age.
She's 17. No. But that's okay. She's very talented and
Slightly mature for my age,
yeah,
I think.
she always has been, I think. And we wouldn't just have kids come in here.
No.
Goodness knows we'd never bring kids into the radio station and interview them and treat them like they're important or anything, as I lie through my teeth. But I've been known to do that in the past. But
my interest.
One in particular. Yes, your interests.
Art, of course, because art goes hand in hand with music, I believe. Maybe not. Painting. I love to paint with my fingers. I don't use brushes. I like getting close. Oh, I'm getting all artistic here and
Temper
sappy.
paints or what?
The last two paintings I
Blood,
did.
cooking oil, what do you
Blood,
use?
definitely.
Yeah.
Mud. No, anything I can get my hands on. Acrylic. I like acrylic because it dries quickly.
Yeah.
And oil gets everywhere, and it
that's-
never dries.
I hate oil-based. It's
Yeah.
just tough to work with.
All of Da Vinci's paintings are still wet.
It's like you have linseed oil embedded in your sinuses forever. It's terrible. But anyway, so the art thing.
The art thing.
And anything other than painting?
Just anything art-wise. Painting is my top thing, and I just finished my first batik, which is a really interesting way of dyeing fabric, and it turned out very nice, I believe. My daddy wants me to be an artist, but he wants me to be a commercial artist. But sorry, Dad.
Well, you can't write that off right away. You never know what
True.
happens.
I'm only 17.
Yeah, it's a long way to go till you get embedded in the career thing, and then
Exactly.
even then, you
like Dave here.
yeah,
He's going to be famous and rich. Whatever he does, he just told me he's going to be famous and rich.
I have a bachelor's degrees now, so I am just as qualified to do meaningless jobs as everyone else in the white collar world. I haven't nailed anything down yet, so.
Wouldn't want to do that.
And I'm almost 23, so it's one of those things.
Oh, geez, I could end up like you.
Ooh,
Ah.
well, you don't sneer yet. I may become something after all. But anyway, as my voice cracks terribly.
Dead air.
I lost it again. I was going to say something else profound. We've reached the end of our impromptu questions.
Let's play another song.
Yeah, let's play another song so I
That's
can ask
good.
some more questions and figure out something else to talk about. We're going to listen to another one of Robin's personal selections, some of the music that she likes.
That's not it.
That's not it. Nope. We'll dig around on the floor here and find it.
I can.
It's Echo and the Bunnymen. They just put out a new album.
Did they?
Yes, they did. Because remember they broke up in 87 or 88, like right after they did the tour, and he collapsed on stage in Atlanta, Ian McCulloch and everything. But I saw in the store just the other day they have a new album out. So obviously, I don't know if Ian McCulloch's with them again, but
Mr. Echo.
the Bunnymen, Echo and the Bunnymen are putting
No,
out.
William's saying he's not with them.
He's not with them. Oh, that's not surprising. Well, the rest of the guys and probably somebody else, they've just put out an album. But this is the old vintage stuff. This is the last one they did on Sire Records, entitled simply Echo and the Bunnymen. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. Those of you who aren't, well,
Too bad.
too bad. This is a cut from side 2.
Oh, it's Lips Like Sugar.
Lips
You want me
Like
to tell
Sugar.
you?
Lips Like Sugar, Echo and the Bunnymen on WKGC's Locals Only.
Just when you think she's yours, she flows to other shores. To laugh at how you break, melt into this lake. Flow down the river, you never get there. Like sugar, sugar kisses.
Back on the Bunnymen with Lips Like Sugar on WKGC's Locals Only. We're here with Robin Gambrell, local artist, here at the end of the hour. I've got about 12 minutes left.
Local artist extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, and she's back in time for the holidays, and we're wrapping a little bit here. We've asked her all our stock questions, so now it's kind of an impromptu deal.
We're ad-libbing. I'm sure you won't be able to notice.
And we only came up with one reasonable thing to talk about, and that was Milli Vanilli.
It's questionable if that's reasonable.
Yeah, reasonability is definitely in check here. So, but what do you think about? It doesn't surprise me in the least.
No.
Tiny bit. In fact, I'm glad it happened because I think the music industry in the '80s. I'm just giving you my encapsulated personal opinion here. Opinion. The opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of WKGC or of Dr. Dave's Flying Circus.
Or of anyone else.
Or of anyone else, for that matter. Exactly, that's how my disclaimer used to go. But anyway, yeah, basically my opinion is that...
I have tape stuck on my elbow.
That you have tape stuck on your elbow. The music industry has just become a glutton in the last several years. They've become so greedy and so self-indulged and so bloated, and this kind of thing was inevitable that it should happen. The excesses of the '80s have extended to every conceivable realm of business, and the entertainment industry is incredibly susceptible to that, I think.
I hope that if I do go into music or whatever, that I don't want to be the next Milli Vanilli and have, like, Madonna. I'll be lip-syncing to Madonna or someone of that sort. Isn't she a lovely gal?
Yes, she's reached new depths.
Oh, yes.
New depths in her perversion and strange personal...
I think I'm the only person that hasn't seen that video.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Well, I forget, there was some show, all the talk shows were doing specials on it and everything.
It's banned, yet they're playing it like twice an hour.
On some cable channel I saw they were talking about it, and they had a monitor in the background, and it was playing on the monitor. And so they weren't actually playing it, it was just kind of running. And it was, it wasn't terribly graphic. I mean, I've seen more graphic stuff in Prince videos, but it's just the content that MTV objected to, because it's it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing terribly risque. It's just that, you know, the main audience of MTV is kids, you know, ages 12 to 25 or whatever. I mean, it may be even more restricted demographically, but mostly the audience of MTV is teenagers, and obviously they didn't want to project. And also a lot of kids, like children, watch MTV, so they didn't want to have a video on there portraying questionable, you know, the content is very sexually oriented and mature, and so...
more censorship for you.
Yeah, censorship for you. But it stands to reason. I mean, if I were running MTV, I don't think I would want it on there either, because even though the FCC doesn't have any restrictions on cable operators,
it is their they can really play what they want.
They have the legal right to air anything that they want.
So too bad, Madonna. If you're listening.
Yeah, if you're listening, Madonna.
Too bad, Madonna.
Soaking up the moon rays on the beach or the subactive radiation or whatever. Yeah, it's a tough break for Madonna. They had to go out and actually market her video in its own right. And, of course, with any controversy, there's a great deal of consumer interest. And, of course, she probably is better off now that MTV gave her the thumbs down.
She doesn't do anything just for shock value, does she?
She's a shrewd businesswoman. You got to give her that. The Like a Prayer thing and the burning crosses and the mixed racial thing and now the sexual lesbian...
But you've got to wonder if she's doing that because she's really, if she believes in things like that, or if she just wants to create a little uproar and sell herself.
It's hard to tell because, you know, it's who can really say, I mean, besides herself. And it may be a combination of both of those things. But she certainly is a shrewd businesswoman, obviously. She's excelled, you know. The antithesis of that is probably what's going on with George Michael right now.
What's going on with George Michael?
Well, he's recanted his image, so to speak.
In that song, I figured that's what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's I saw an interview with him.
Good for you,
it's on some sub-cable channel. I just watch too much cable TV lately. But he was apparently he finally woke up and smelled the coffee and realized that his image was just some, you know, buttocks shaking, mindless moron who was making fluff pop songs that no one really cared about, and all he was doing was selling them to 16-year-old girls.
Like some band of 5 Boston teenagers we know.
Yeah, we won't name any names, but or any new faces or kids or anything like that. But speaking of Menudo, no. But yeah, so he's achieved some kind of sensibility. He doesn't want to be thought of as a mindless fool any longer. So now he's trying to do a Tears for Fears situation where he's trying to redeem himself as a socially conscious guy. So
again, it goes back to is that what he really feels, or?
Well, based on from the conversations that I've heard with him, he seems pretty sincere.
The conversations you've had with him?
Not that I've had with him. Oh, me and Michael chat all the time. I call him up and, gee, George, how's it going? And and of course he talks about his butt a lot, but or was that Dana Carvey? I forget. But anyway,
Touch My Monkey. I love Dieter.
Isn't that great?
Sprockets?
Sprockets. Now it's a time for Sprockets when we dance. It's the German new wave, neo-expressionism type thing. We're getting ashes all over the console. It's getting pretty nasty, and we're running out of time, and we got a 7-minute song here. A dedication of Robin's going out to someone.
Oh, no.
We don't want to say who.
Dave picked the song, actually, but it's a Smith song.
It came out of your mouth, so...
It didn't. Don't say that on the air when people can hold it against me.
No, we don't want to say anything to incriminate you in front of this
I'll plead the fifth.
Audience of thousands in Metro Bay. But those of you who can hear us above the car engine noise...
all 2 of you.
Yes, both of you. Thanks for listening. But anyway, what's the last word here? We can wrap this up and leave it at that.
The last word? I don't know. It's great being with you, Dave.
It's great to see you again, Robin.
It is wonderful, and I don't know, good to be on the radio finally. And
press exposure on the holidays.
Exposure is great.
It is.
I have to plug Tommy. Tommy's here. Say hi, Tommy.
by all of it, Small Bay County.
Oh, the mumbled voice of the poet. Or maybe someone. The guy next to the poet, I don't know.
Yes.
We got
The
a
poet's here,
The
too.
poet's here, too, so,
The people's poet.
the people's poet.
What's your gig? Fig? Pig? What's your fig, pig gig? Something like that. Young Ones fans. You know what I'm talking about.
Thanks for being with us, Robin. We gotta wrap it up here.
Shut up! Oh, am I running over?
Well, the song's like 7 minutes long,
Is it?
and we got 4 minutes left,
Oh,
so...
too bad.
Yeah, so say your goodbyes, and we'll wrap it up here.
Goodbye.
That's for goodbye from Robin Gambrell. This is Locals Only on WKGC AM. We're a broadcast service of Gulf Coast Community College. Stay tuned for more music at 5. Coming up, probably Michelle will be back in here and be doing something. Who knows? I'm not sure what's going on at 5 o'clock, but stick around anyway. This is the Smiths, and I Know It's Over. I'm Dave Carter, and thanks for listening to Locals Only.
I can feel the soil falling over my head. And as I climb into an empty bed, oh well, enough said. I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go over. I can feel the soil falling over my head. The sea wants to take me. The night wants to cut me. Do you think you can help me? Sad veil bright, please be happy. Handsome groom, good for you. Lover, treat her kindly, cause she needs you more than she loves you. And I know it's always that I blame. I don't know where else I can go. Over, over, I know it's so. And it's never really begun. But in my heart, it was so real. And you even spoke to me and said, if you're so funny, then why you're on your own tonight? And if you're so clever, then why you on your own tonight? I know, 'cause tonight it's just like any other night. That's why you're on your own tonight.